Hi, and welcome back to the third and final part of my Padlet tutorial. I have a few things to show you, so let's get right into the video. Hi, I am Pixel-Pia, a teacher with 30 plus years of experience from Sweden and the US. So we have reached the third and final part of my basic Padlet tutorial. And if you missed part 1 and 2, I will link them up in the eye and in the description. There will probably be other Padlet tutorials somewhere in the future, but more specific than this 3-part basic tutorial was. But let's get right on the computer and see what fun things we can create with our Padlet today. Okay guys, we are back at my test wall for YouTube, and this is where we left off the last time. I have a lot of things in here already, but there are two types of notes we have to add. So let's start by clicking on the little plus sign, go to the 3 dots, and the first thing we're going to add is a place. This is using Google Maps, and you can choose from road, satellite, terrain, and a hybrid. We're going to stick with the hybrid. And let's find a place today. Let's find the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And we write it in and we hit that little. And we can show the pin. So this is the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And let's save it. So there you go. Very easy to add a place. If you're doing a special project about the place, you can find it easily. Okay, we have one last note we have to add. For this one, which is the screen recording, we need a little extension for Chrome, and I am not sure if this will work in the other browsers they recommend, if they have a Padlet Mini, but they have one for Chrome, and as you can see up to the right here, my Padlet Mini is installed and have access to my site. So with the screen recorder, you can record up to 5 minutes. Recording will stop automatically after 5 minutes. You can record the whole screen, an application window, or another browser tab. And you can record with or without audio. I have the audio on here. So let's get this started. And here, share your screen. Padlet Mini wants to share the content of your screen with Padlet.com. Choose what you'd like to share. Your entire screen, an application window, or a Chrome tab. And in this case, I'm gonna share a tab. So I mark that tab and I hit share. And this is my upcoming tutorial about how you can easily create a web page using Google Sites. And please stop it. Okay, here is after I stopped it, and let's see. And this is my upcoming tutorial about how you can easily create adding a screen capture and save it. And I don't think it's ready yet, no. So I will show you that a little later when it is rendered and ready to go. So let's take a look at other things we can do. Up here I can like a Padlet that I stumbled on. I can remake this Padlet that will take everything off. I can share my Padlet, and this part I can add members. I can use an email address if I want someone to be a part and work on my Padlet with me. And I can set the privacy. It can be secret, it's hidden from the public, but everybody I add can find it. It can be private, password protected, or public. And I can set the visitor permission, can edit, can write, or can only read. I have put can write because if I want them to be able to make comments. I can copy the link, I can create a QR code for it, I can embed it in a website. I just copy this HTML code and put it on my web page. I can email it to somebody, I can share it on Facebook, Twitter, and Google Classroom if I'm using that. Then we have the little cog where we can modify how our Padlet look. The three little dots give us more info. We can go to Padlet help page and all the other things we had here. We can change format, and I would soon get into that. We could change to one of the others very easily. So let's, for example, change this to a grid layout. As you see, it's basically the same. The difference is that here they are in rows where the top of each node line up with each other. So it's a little cleaner look to it. But let's change it back to my wall. And then we have my account. So let's go back to my dashboard. We have now made our test wall for YouTube by making a tablet. Join a tablet is if I get sent a URL to someone's Padlet, I put that in here and I can join that Padlet. Now let's go to the gallery. Here you have all public Padlets showing up. Let's take a look at the left side here. Recent shows all my Padlet I have worked on, my own 3, and then others I have made is the ones I have created myself. Shared, I haven't shared any. Here are the Padlets I have liked, and then you can archive. So go back to my made tablet. I am gonna archive my test page for now. I click the 3 little dots and I hit archive. Now it is in my archive. The reason why I did that is I can only make 3 Padlets, and we were gonna take a look at all the other types of Padlets. So for me to be able to do this, I needed to archive one. The canvas says scatter, group, and connect in any way. And let's take a look at the preview. This is the BuzzBox team, and this is really just how people are connected. I can see this being used for if you do your family tree. I can also see this being used for a mind map, for example. Streamline is streamline content in an easy to read top to bottom feed. This is everything here is just lined up one note underneath another. A grid arranges content of rows in boxes. And I showed you this quickly when we changed the format for my test board. The shelf, I have used one that I will show you in a little bit. This is one called What We Know About Giraffes. It organizes everything in columns. This one, the back channel, is more like a back and forth chat. This is University Info Sessions question and answer. Then we have the map option where you can, if you are doing something about a specific region, here you can see they have added the Venice Simplon Orient Express, the different stops for it. And then we have the timeline. That can be used, of course, for history, but there are many other functions. Here they have done the evolution of FIFA graphics, that's for a game, video games, and they have put in how this game has evolved over time. So that was a quick sneak peek at the different layout types. I said we're gonna take a little peek at my review shelf. In this I use the shelf, and this is for you to review my first tutorial, or what you get out of it. The first question is my first impression of Padlet is, and I put a little answer there myself and I gave it 5 stars. I use my Padlet IV. You can put an answer there. I would love if they included, and you can put your answer there. And this was my favorite function, and you can put your answer there. I will have the link to this specific Padlet in my description for you to see. And all my liked Padlets end up here. And I'm going to show you a couple. This one is using the timeline in a different fashion. This is the planets of our solar system, and I like the little, we miss you, Pluto. This is another fun use of a Padlet. This is a happy birthday card. Say that you're making, someone has a birthday and you are several people that want to congratulate them. You can make a Padlet like this. Then I have 2 Padlets here. Let's start by Best of Education. This one has a lot of other Padlets on it. Some of them, like this one that's gray, is not existing anymore or is not public. That's why it looks like this. So that's something you need to think about if you add a Padlet from someone else. And then the final one is also a collection of Padlets, and it's called Home Template Padlets for Home. The last button here is to upgrade if you want to go to Pro. Let's get back here to my archive because I'm not ready to archive that yet. I just had to do it to show you the third. So I click on archived, I click on the 3 dots and I unarchive it. So now my 3 Padlets are back here. Let's end this with taking a last look at my review shelf. As I said, the link will be in the description, and you can of course leave comments under the video itself, but if you think you want to try this, I will put a link to my review shelf Padlet. Now let's get back to the video. There you have it, my first Padlet tutorial series. But as I said, it will probably be more Padlet tutorials in the future. And talking about the future, as you saw a sneak peek in this tutorial, my next one will be about how to create a basic website using Google Sites. This will also be a multi-part tutorial, but at the moment I am not sure if it will be 2 or 3 parts. And if you are interested in that, you should hit that subscribe button down there and the bell so you get notified on when I upload. Now, I want to hear from you. What is your impression of Padlet? And what ideas of how you could use Padlet comes to mind? Leave your comments below. And if you want to try Padlet for yourself, I have a link in the description. This is my referral link. I don't make any money from this, but for every 3 people that sign up using my link, I will get an additional free Padlet. You can also try out my review shelf and leave your comments on my Padlet. Link to that will be in the description as well. And if you like this video, please give it a thumb up and share it with someone. And don't forget, never stop learning. That's all for today, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!